That medicine should not be taken on an empty stomach.
We are the robots. We are the robots.
So if robots are going to make many of us redundant and we can't be sure which of us will be out of a job, what on earth do we teach our children? And also, how should we teach them? One place to find out, perhaps, is a young and highly successful business which is all about brain power and fun. So I'm looking at a video of a cat in front of a fire with its tongue out. It's one of those slightly cheesy viral videos. It sort of defines the company I'm visiting. It's called Unruly. It occupies a former toy factory in London's East End. Everybody that I can see looks oh so trendy, oh so young. And they advise big companies how to get their online adverts, viral videos, watched by the right kind of people. They do it with algorithms. It's really all about technology. They're fantastically successful. Here's Sarah Wood, one of the founders. So Sarah, tell me, how difficult is it to find the right people?
Finding the right people is our number one challenge. And if you speak to startups and scale-ups around London, around the UK, you'll hear the same thing time and time again. There is a severe, chronic shortage of skills. The British education system hasn't really managed to keep pace with the growth of the digital economy.
What kind of people work here?
That is a great question. So we have a huge range of people, usually but not always graduates. Here in the UK, about 2/3 of our staff are British nationals. About 1/3 of our team come from maths, computers background, and about 2/3 from humanities.
So it's interesting that so many come from humanities. What do they give you?
The most important quality of all in a digital economy, which is the ability to communicate. And communication is what slows down so much product development. Also the critical thinking, the openness and ability to think about, are we asking the right questions? Are there different ways we could be approaching this?
So here's my big point. Science, technology, engineering and maths skills aren't everything. And I say that not only because mine aren't exactly to Olympic standard. There are very important other talents we should nurture. What might they be? Eric Brynjolfsson again.
First is to focus on things that humans do well, that machines don't do well. They're still quite bad at, truly thinking out of the box, if you will, creative kinds of jobs. I haven't seen a machine that can do a good, long-form novel or a entrepreneurship, coming up with a new business. Another big category is the interpersonal category, whether it's inspiring people and motivating people. I can't imagine a robot football coach motivating a team at halftime, or caring for children and understanding how to comfort a 3-year-old. So there's a whole set of interpersonal skills, and those shade into everything from salesmanship to negotiation to leadership. And it's incumbent on us as a society to think about how we can upgrade our education, for instance, to focus more on teaching creativity and interpersonal skills rather than the routine learning of facts that machines, of course, are very good at doing. Sadly, that's not what our schools are focusing on these days. They tend to have kids sit in rows of desks and do a lot of rote learning, and that might have been good in the 19th or 20th century, for Henry Ford's factories.
My name is Liselotte Nylander. I'm the deputy head from here on Hellerup School.
So one of the ways in which one could describe this school as being different from others, perhaps, is that you have a more flexible approach to teaching.
I think one of the main things is in our projects, the student learns how to ask the right questions. They don't just have to make the answers the teacher are giving them, but they have to find out what's interesting, what do I need to know about this project.
And what do you think the children get from here that they don't get from a more conventional school?
Self-confidence, being able to make the right questions, to have the self-confidence to perform, to dare to make questions when authorities are saying something. They dare to think, do I think the same or do I have to ask about this?
Confidence, flexibility of mind, eagerness to continuously learn, willingness to work in teams, a great capacity to solve problems. in my journey through this global landscape of today's education and tomorrow's jobs challenges, I've acquired a powerful sense that those are the qualities with which we need to endow all our young people to give them the best chance of a prosperous life. I mean, one of the things that has struck me looking at successful schools is they all have a sense of who they are as institutions, and you get a sense of a sort of common purpose among students and staff. That sort of institutional confidence, I assume, is pretty important.
It's all about leadership at the end of the day. And leadership is not just a question of the principal. We talk often about distributed leadership, where you have teacher leaders, where everybody has sort of serves this common mission and feels responsibility in the sense of purpose. And that's the common characteristics of high-performing education systems and high-performing schools, is leadership at every level of the system.
What Should We Teach Our Kids was presented by Robert Peston and produced by Lawrence Knight.